Hey y'all, this is Tonetta, your relationship coach at Speak Your Truth, where I help educate, inspire, and empower you to speak your truth and be who you are within your relationships. And I'm bringing you this video this evening. This is talking about the Unpacking the Baggage question number 12. And it's talking about how do you define romance. I know we have all types of definitions of romance and how it can be and that kind of thing, which I'm sure definitely applies to all those situations, sexual and non-sexual. I'm sure that, of course. But I definitely want to make sure that I brought you, of course, the definition of what romance is, and of course, 7 of the qualities of a romantic person. So I want to make sure that I brought that to y'all this evening. So I'm not actually answering this myself. I'm definitely answering this with giving you all some education about what romance is and how does it look when it comes from a person that's, of course, that you're dating, that you're in a relationship with, and that kind of thing. So let me go ahead and get started, y'all. Romance is expressing love and dedication in a way that's unintentional. That's intentional and unmistakably and deeply affectionate. Is derived from the Latin word romanus or romanicus, is what it says as far as what romance is. So romance is, of course, expressing love and dedication in a way, like I said, that's intentional, unmistakable, and deeply affectionate towards another person in the relationship. So now, like I said, I definitely want to give you 7 qualities of what you can notice when you're, of course, in a relationship with somebody, whether you're committed, you all are dating, that kind of thing. 7 ways that you all can tell that person, of course, is romantic and romanticizing and that kind of thing. I'm sure it probably includes more than 7, but these were the ones that I thought were neat, and of course, I want to share them with you. And these were the ones who, of course, that of course meant something to me. I guess I can say that as well. I'm sure they'll mean something to you as well, and I'm sure you'll be able to recognize these traits in the person that you're either dating or that you're in a committed relationship with. So, the first one is affectionate. Affectionate, the person is willing to regularly show how much they love and adore the other. They might regularly offer small displays of affection through acts of service and words of affirmation. And you all, that may sound familiar to y'all because those are actually 2 of the love languages. Just keep that in mind because you can express, like I said, your affectionate romance, that kind of thing, through those love languages as well, or other sweet gestures. So let's keep that in mind, y'all. And that was affectionate. Number 2, thoughtful. Ooh, okay, y'all, I'm in my basement. I have a net. There we go. I'm hoping it's gone now. Thoughtful. Number 2, being mindful of your significant other, your significant other's needs and desires. Being tuned in to what your partner may want and need. You could definitely craft spontaneous surprises and long-term romantic patterns that will thrill your partner. So like I said, thoughtful is making sure that you're, of course, tuned into your partner so that you can know, of course, what their needs are, what their wants are, what their likes and dislikes are, that kind of thing. So keep that in mind, y'all. That's another way. That's number 2, how you can tell that if your partner, the person that you're with, is being romantic. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, like I said before, I'm sure there's others, but like I said, these are the 7 that stuck out most to me. And while I'm on number 2, about to go to number 3, I just wanted to remind you all that I put the link to the Unpacking the Baggage questions in the description of the video. And this is the right link today. The other link that I had the last few videos, for some reason, did not come out right. So you have the link to the right Unpacking the Baggage questions tonight. I guess I put it that way. So like I said, go ahead and get your free download. All these questions, all the 30 questions that I'm, of course, going over in these videos. I'm only on number 12 right now. But like I said, all 30 are, of course, in that list. And, of course, like I said, this is a free gift for you all to go ahead and use and utilize to, of course, start speaking your own truth in your relationships. Like I said, sometimes we just get into a rut, and sometimes we don't know how to speak our truth and don't know how to be ourselves within our relationships. Like I said, that's what I ran into myself. And of course, I had to do my own personal development, of course, going on my own journey, finding out who I am, more about me, Tonetta, self-awareness, that kind of thing. And like I said, these are the 30 questions. There was more, but of course, these are the main ones that I narrowed it down to, ones that can, of course, create some impact in your life once you start, of course, answering these questions. So get yours today. Like I said, it's free and it's in the description of this video. So let me get on to number 3, y'all. Number 3, how can you tell the person, of course, is romanticizing you or being romantic towards you? And like I said, these are 7 other ways that I thought were impactful. The number 3 was dedicated. The person doesn't just offer a bunch of sweet nothings to you without any real meaning behind them. The love and the passion that they offer is unwavering and enduring, and it's uniquely offered to a specific person, meaning that it's just personalized, like a love letter or a romantic speech. So like I said, that's definitely dedication. And like I said, definitely when you're showing the dedication, it's not just giving you some sweet nothings or just some empty gifts and all this kind of stuff going on. They're actually personalizing it towards what they think you may like, need, want, that kind of thing. So keep that in mind. Number 4 is a tendency for big gestures. Of course, when you're trying to romanticize somebody and that kind of thing, folks want to do big gestures. Back in the day, they said the original concept of romance came from stories of chivalrous deeds of knights willing to lay down their lives for their love. I know we don't do that nowadays that I know of, dying for the person that we love and that kind of thing. Some may, but like I said, nowadays is way different than that. Nowadays, of course, there are dramatic gestures that are still associated with romance, like traveling long distance to surprise the person that you love, or proposing in front of a big group of people, or simply talking about your future together early on in the relationship. Of course, that's romanticizing, and that's romantic to us women and men and that kind of thing as well. So, but just make sure, like I always say, make sure that you discern your partner, make sure that they're ready for something like that, especially if you're talking about a future when you first had a few dates and that kind of thing. You may want to hold that one off. But the other ones, of course, proposing, like I said, in front of a big crowd, or traveling somewhere to see your love, that's you all are out of state, your long distance relationship, that kind of thing. Like I said, those are definitely big gestures. So that was number 4. Number 5 is sentimental, describing their lovers as soulmates, talking about how fate brought you all together, or declaring their love will last for them, of course, to the grave and beyond. So like I said, being sentimental, thinking that your relationship and talking to your partner about how your relationship was, of course, heaven sent, that kind of thing, and of course your soulmates and that kind of thing. That's what sentimental is. I guess I put it what sentimental romance is. So number 6, present, being simply highly present, warm and affectionate day to day. Not just all over the place and talking about yesterday and talking about tomorrow. You don't know what's going on, that kind of thing, but just simply being present in the moment with that person. And like I said, just living from moment to moment and day to day. That was number 6. Number 7 is being consistent. We always say, when in any relationship that you're in, I don't care what it is, the person that you're talking to and that kind of thing, they have to be consistent. If not, for me, that's a red flag. I don't know if it is for you all or not. But like I said, for me, that's definitely inconsistency. Is definitely a red flag. So when we're talking about romancing and that kind of thing, romancing a person and being romantic, you definitely have to make sure that you're being consistent. Consistent means setting a tone of affectionate love and passion year-round, not just on special occasions like Valentine's Day or Christmas or the birthday, that kind of thing, but it's all year long. It's not just on those special holidays. So, like I said, I want to make sure that I brought y'all that this evening, talking about how do you define romance. And I hope that these 7 ways that you can define how romance may look in your life, of course, within these 7 characteristics, seven qualities of the person that you're with, that kind of thing, how they're expressing their romance to you and how they're romancing you, I guess I put it that way. Like I said, those were definitely 7 ways. And like I said, again, romance is expressing love and dedication in a way that's intentional, unmistakable, and deeply affectionate. So that's romance, y'all. And again, I want to let y'all know to make sure that you're getting your free download. Is in the description of the video. Today it has the right link for y'all, because I'm like, oh my God, a lot of folks have been missing out on that kind of thing, and I definitely apologize for that, y'all. But for some reason, when I copied and pasted it, it seemed like some of the words cut off, and I'm like, what is going on? So now you have the right actual link in the description of the video tonight, y'all. So like I said, with that, this question is talking about how do you define romance. So of course, with all these 7 things and the definition of romance, you should be able to, of course, like I said, start romancing your partner. I don't care if you're male or female. Showing romance and, of course, showing that you deeply love somebody and you're being affectionate towards them and that kind of thing, and being consistent with those actions as well. Like I said, they'll definitely let your partner know that you, of course, care for them, you love them, and you, of course, want to keep this going with them. I guess I put it that way as well. So regardless as to if you're on a date or if you're in a committed relationship, you can romance at any time. Just because you all get together you are committed or you get married, that kind of thing, does not mean that the romance stops. I know some women, of course, and some men, of course, have complained about that. But like I said, the romance and the dating, as long as your relationship is together, of course, that has to be consistent and constantly going on throughout your relationship, not just when you all get committed, things stop, the romance stops, the intimacy stops. I've heard lots of folks saying that. Like I said, y'all, we have to stay on track with keeping our romance in line and, of course, being consistent and making sure that it's going every day and not just whenever you all are dating and that's it. So with that, again, I'm Tonetta, your relationship coach and Speak Your Truth, where I help educate, inspire, and empower you to speak your truth and be who you are within your relationship. I hope that you all enjoyed this video of me giving you all the definition of what romance is and 7 ways that you can notice if your partner is actually romanticizing you, I guess I put it that way, and being romantic towards you. And also these 7 ways are 7 ways that you can, of course, be romantic towards the person that you're, of course, in love with or partnered up with. So with that, I want to say thank you all. Take care, y'all, and have a great night.